Clément Bonnereau joins me on the set now to take a look at the papers today. Hi, Clément.
Hi, Jeannie.
Lots of focus on the victory of opposition candidate Ekrem İmamoğlu in the rerun of Istanbul's mayoral election.
Absolutely. İmamoğlu wins by a greater margin is the headline on the front page of Türkiye, alongside a photograph of the 49-year-old. İmamoğlu won over 54% of the vote, which gives him a 9-point lead over his opponent, former Prime Minister Binali Yildirim. The paper says it's now time for unity after a divisive electoral process, a call echoed by the pro-government paper Daily Sabah, the paper acknowledging a clear victory for İmamoğlu, but also, most importantly, a victory for democracy. The newspaper reminds us that Binali Yildirim was quick to concede defeat and congratulate the winner of the election, as did President Recep Tayyip Erdogan.
Now, of course, this opposition candidate's victory is a major blow to the Turkish president, who's now lost control of the biggest city in Turkey.
That's right. Pro-opposition daily Hürriyet heralds the beginning of a new era in Turkey. The paper argues that the outcome of the rerun elections marks one of the most painful defeats for Erdogan's long political career. The paper concludes that nothing will ever be the same in Turkey. Other papers in the region agree with that statement. Erdogan gets knocked down twice in 3 months is the headline on the front page of Lebanese daily L'Orient Le Jour. The paper argues that Erdogan made an incredible miscalculation by calling for a rerun of those elections. Now the result shows that the Turkish leader is perhaps not as strong as many people had thought.
Clément, let's stay in the region where there has been some angry reaction to Donald Trump's proposed economic peace plan for the Middle East.
Absolutely. The plan will be formally unveiled at a conference in Bahrain on Tuesday, but it's already sparked widespread criticism from across the region. Trump's plan attracts popular and official opposition, is the headline on the front page of Al-Quds Al-Arabi, the London-based newspaper reporting that neither Israeli nor Palestinian officials will attend the summit. Participating countries such as Egypt and Saudi Arabia, meanwhile, will only send small delegations. The plan focuses on economics and proposes a $50 billion fund for Palestinians, but it fails to address any of the political issues that have been at the heart of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. And as this cartoon shows, the solutions offered by the US clearly do not meet the aspirations of Palestinians.
What kind of reaction has there been in the Israeli press?
Well, overall, Israeli papers have been skeptical of the plan. Left-wing daily Haaretz saying Trump's peace plan is as deep as a beauty pageant speech and twice as vain. In other words, it sounds nice on paper, but it's short on detail. The paper concludes the White House PR team would disapprove, but it would be better to call the whole thing Plan to Pffft. Conservative daily Yediot Aharonot is just as critical. In its editorial, it describes Trump's plan as dangerous. By ignoring the core political issues and focusing on the economy, the American president is going down the same failed path that ultimately led to the Second Intifada, the paper writes.
Clément, let's come back to France now, where newspapers are very worried about this upcoming heat wave that's set to strike the country this week.
Indeed, temperatures as high as 40 degrees Celsius are expected over the coming days. Hot is a headline on the front page of regional newspaper Midi Libre. The paper, of course, urging its readers to stay hydrated and stay out of direct sunlight. Some sound advice there. Take cover, urges Le Parisien, reminding us that the last major heat wave to strike France left more than 15,000 people dead in 2003.
All right. Well, if it does get too hot here on planet Earth, Clément, you've got some good news for those of us who might want to colonize Mars.
Indeed. New research suggests that sperm can survive space travel. The results of that study have surprising implications for space exploration. It means that we could one day set up sperm banks in space, which would make it possible for all female astronaut crews to inseminate themselves and give birth without the help of men. Now, it may sound a bit far-fetched, but it turns out that future missions to Mars will actually reportedly involve women-only space crews. And time is running out. NASA reportedly hopes to have humans on Mars by the early 2030s.
Clément, thank you so much for that. Clément Bonnereau with that look at the papers today. Don't forget, you can get a second look if you want on our website. That address is france24.com.